What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. It is free Wildcard Wednesday Fantasy Pack Day, and we're going to go over this entire Fantasy Pack, all 20 choices within the pack, and go over the best options for you guys. Now, if you don't know how to unlock this pack, we did drop a video earlier this morning covering all of the Rising Stars content. Basically, here's the gist of it, right? If you're unaware of what's going on, every single Wednesday we get a group of 5 solos, and you want to play those solos because you only have a week to do so. Every time you do so, you get 5 stars, and when you accumulate a total of 20 stars and then 40 stars and now 60 stars, you're going to unlock these packs. If you fall a week or two behind or miss a solo or two, you're always going to be playing catch up. Unfortunately, there will not be any makeups here, but we are now in the third go around for this, and today, if you hit your 60 stars, you have unlocked the Wildcard Wednesday week 9 through 12 fantasy pack. So again, we're going to go through this entire pack. There's 4 different programs in the pack, 20 total different cards that are in here, and we're going to go over the best ones to pick. So we got our solos done. Don't forget also, when you knock out these solos, you get a fantasy pack for the power up of the 5 players. So for example, today we got Rising Stars. We beat all 5 solos. We got a power-up fantasy pack that lets us get a power-up of any one of these players. So if you end up picking one of the Rising Star players out of your free fantasy pack, you can also get their power-up for free, and then obviously you got to spend the training to power the card up, but it's a pretty good deal there. I think Wildcard Wednesday, the entire year, has been an absolute home run. So before we get into the rankings and going over everything that's in this pack, I need you guys to do me a favor. Last time we did this, for weeks 5 through 8, I looked back, the video got like 490 something likes. Let's smash the like button on this video. I know you guys can do it. A lot of you are going to be watching this video. Let's get this one to 500 likes. I know we can do it. It shouldn't be a problem for you guys. I appreciate it so much. And also, if you're new here, you've been looking around YouTube for Madden 22 Ultimate Team content, whether it was for the Wildcard Wednesday promo or maybe the Thanksgiving promo, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. I don't want you missing out on them. So, if you've unlocked the pack, here's what it looks like. We have the Rising Stars Wildcard. I'm sorry, I just read both things at the same time. We have the Wildcard Wednesday NCAT Fantasy Pack. It is important to point out that this is a NCAT card, meaning you can't trade it, you can't auction it, and you cannot put it in a collection at all. So here it is, right? Very important. I say this every single time. I want to remind you again, once you open up this pack, you get 4 choices. If you select one of these 4 choices, you cannot go back. At this stage in the pack, we can go back. It'll allow us to go back in and open it. But once you select the program, you cannot go back. You're stuck there, so please be very careful when opening up this pack. Now, as far as all of the contents are in here, I'm just going to show them to you all on the screen. Shoutouts to MUT.gg. They put out a really helpful and nice-looking graphic here to go over everything that's in this pack. So in the flashback pack, we have AJ Green, Carson Wentz, DeSean Jackson, Justin Houston, Kyle Van Noy. In the heavyweights pack, Al Woods, Malik Collins, Alex Singleton, Netane Mutai, and Rob Havenstein. In the veterans pack, Cole Beasley, Darren Fells, Calais Campbell, Daron Harmon, Matt Prater. And then the Rising Stars pack, which this program or these cards just came out today. We have Owafe Owen. I definitely killed his name again. We tried there this time. Joe Burrow, Kadarius Toney, Jordan Fuller, and Greedy Williams. So let's go through all of them here. We're going to start with the flashback pack. I think there are 2 solid cards in this pack, but at this position, there's some other ones, so I would be hesitant on taking these. Of course, if it's for theme team purposes, then you're going to want to go ahead and pick that card. But AJ Green, at the time that this card came out 4 weeks ago, was really, really good. I think it's still a pretty solid choice. He's 6'4", so he's got height. 91 speed. I mean, there's definitely faster receivers out there. I would say like 92 stock speed is ideal right now, but 91's not bad. The reason I picked this card is because he's probably one of the better route runners out there with this speed. He's got 92 deep route running. The goal right now is to get that route running at 90 plus. He's got 89 mid route running. If you power him up, that's going to be at 90. And then short route running, the least important of the three, is at 88. So with the power up, that'll get to 89. But at least two of the three, and the most important two route running attributes on this card are above or at 90, 6'4", 91 speed. The next option, another flashback, another wide receiver. Obviously, DeSean Jackson's going to be a lot shorter than AJ Green, but he's giving you 92 speed. With the power up, it's going to be 93 speed with 90 deep route running. Stock, he has 89, 87 mid route running, and then 86 short route running. So the route running isn't as good as AJ Green, but he's obviously faster. And another thing to keep in mind is that DeSean Jackson has a lot of different team chems. So if you're rocking the Bucks, the Washington football team, the Eagles, the Rams, and now he's signed with the Raiders, which is the most popular theme team in the game, people are going to want this DeSean Jackson. Also, I didn't check, but I'm just thinking out loud here. If you have his power up, I wouldn't be surprised if that's gone up in price. Number one, because of this Wildcard Wednesday fantasy pack, but also because he's about to get Raiders chem and everybody rocks the Raiders theme team. So that's why we showed you this card. Again, obviously faster, good deep route running there. On a theme team, you can get him up to 97 speed. He's a starting wide receiver on my main team and obviously my Eagles theme team. Really, really good card, but we have other other wide receivers to choose from. But those are the best two cards in the flashback part of this pack. Moving on to heavyweights, if you need a right tackle, and I say this all the time, I'll say it again, with packs like this where you get free content, it is not a bad idea to upgrade these positions where you don't really want to spend your coins. Most of you rather spend your coins on, cornerbacks, quarterbacks, wide receivers, halfbacks, etc. So it's good when you can get a solid offensive lineman or defensive lineman from a promo like this. And Rob Havenstein, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is probably the best right tackle in the game right now. So the fact that you can get him for free, I mean, I wouldn't say don't do it if you need a right tackle. If you're rocking somebody who's really outdated or like, an 86, 85 overall, like this is a big, big upgrade for you guys. He's 6'8". I had no idea he was that tall. 89 strength. With offensive linemen, I'm always looking at strength, awareness, run block, pass block. So with the power up, he's going to be 90 strength. That's great. He's going to have 92 awareness. That's above 90. He would have 91 pass block and then 93 run block. Like, this is a extremely balanced card. He can run block. He can pass block. He's aware. He's got strength. He's super tall. I don't really know if that would have any effect on anything. And he's 328 pounds. Like, that's kind of crazy. So this would be a really good pickup, especially if you need a right tackle. And this is really the only card in the heavyweight portion of this pack that I would recommend taking. Now, the veterans have been a pleasant surprise this year, and we actually have 3 choices out of the 5 from this portion of the pack. The first one, I think people are kind of sleeping on this card. It's Daron Harmon. He had like a team standout or team builder card last year in MUT 21 that was really, really good. And I think this card is going unnoticed, honestly. Now, there were a lot of safeties and free safeties from the Mosphere promo, so a lot of you might not need to upgrade this position. A lot of you probably got Jeremy Chin for free, which is definitely a better card. But if you really need a free safety, or maybe just you rock 2 free safeties at the same time on the field, he's 6'1". He's not the tallest, but he's over 6 foot, so that's good. 90 speed. I wish it was maybe a tad bit higher, but he's pretty balanced as that he has 91 zone and 88 man. So if you're powering up this card, you're now looking at 91 speed and 89 man. If you have a strategy item that boosts man coverage, you can definitely get this card to basically 91 speed, plus 90 zone, plus 90 man. He's got respectable hit power at 82. He's tall at 6'1". Definitely not the best choice out there, but I think this card is definitely worth mentioning. Now, moving on to the next card. This one is a really easy pick for you guys. This card, Matt Prater, runs about 185 to 200K. The important thing about him, right, he gets a couple good team chems. He doesn't have a power-up, but you don't need it with veterans to add team chems. But he does get focused kicker. So basically, you can get one of the best, if not the best kicker in the game behind the LTD and Redux Justin Tucker for free. I mean, this is not a bad idea to use your free pick on. You can save yourself 200K. You get yourself a really good kicker who gets focus kicker. If you don't know what that is, it's an ability that slows down the kick meter for you. Basically just makes kicks easier to be made. And he has 91 kick power. So you could pick this card up and then use coins to buy some of these other cards. Matt Prater, not a bad choice at all. And then the third of 5 options in this fantasy pack, I told you guys we're really wide receiver heavy with our choices. It's Cole Beasley. Now, this isn't the most exciting card in the world, but his attributes are pretty good. He's a slot archetype, which means he can get slot apprentice for 1 ability point. That means you can change his hot routes when he's in the slot position on the field, and for 1 ability point, that's really, really cheap. He's got 91 speed. We're looking for about 92 stock right now, but 91 isn't bad. And across the board, he's just really solid at route running and catching. 91 catch, 90 catch in traffic, short route running's at 90, mid at 92, his deep route running's 88. Again, with the power up, that's going to make it 89. You're 1 away from 90 with some strategy items in there. You can probably get it there. But Cole Beasley isn't really a deep threat, so I wouldn't worry about the deep route running a ton. The short and the mid is really where he excels at, and with that slot archetype, he gets solid and cheap abilities. Not a bad option at all, guys. Finally, we have the Rising Stars portion of this fantasy pack. All 5 cards are really, really good. I'm going to leave Joe Burrow out, but if you need a quarterback, he's not a bad option. We're going to be dropping our top 5 quarterbacks in MUT either later at the end of this week, which we're almost there, or very, very early next week. So stay tuned for that. I didn't specifically point out Burrow because I don't think he's the greatest, but if you really need a quarterback and you plan on getting one from this free fantasy pack, go with Joe Burrow. But with wide receivers, we have another slot archetype wide receiver. We just looked at Cole Beasley. Kadarius Toney's got better speed at 92 stock. His route running for short is 91. The only problem is route running is a little bit off compared to Cole Beasley, but it's still definitely a better card just because of the speed alone. He's got 88 deep route running, 88 mid route running. With the power up, you're getting those both to 89. If you got strategy items that boost those, you can get them to 90. But also, guys, he can get the slot apprentice that we just talked about with Cole Beasley. He can get it for just 1 ability point, which is really, really cheap. So, I mean, this is a really, really good card. Really good pick if you need a wide receiver. I'd say out of all of them that we've gone over, this is the best wide receiver, but there's different reasons why you may want to pick the other guys. Now, moving on to the next card, it's Odafe Owe. I'm going to keep trying and keep missing there. I could Google it and see how to pronounce it or look up a video like I've shamingly had to do in the past, but we're going to call him Double O. I just think that sounds cooler anyways. If you need a pass rusher, this is your guy. This is a great pickup. Remember, Gridiron Forge 3 right now gives you a free 92 overall Jalen Phillips. He's a left outside linebacker. If you went with this card at the right outside linebacker, I mean, you got yourself 2 free, really good pass rushers that are working on the opposite side of each other. A great way to boost your pass rush. He's got 91 speed, power rusher archetype. His finesse move is doo-doo. It's not going to work for you at all. It's only a 62, but he gives you good block shed at 91. That's also very helpful against the run, and then the power moves at 92. This is a really, really good card. It's one of the highest overall cards. I think Cole Beasley was also a 92, and this card as well is a 92. So if you need a pass rusher, no brainer, you got to go with this one. Strong safety, Jordan Fuller. I think this is a really good item as well. The only problem, I mean, we're going to put him in here because he's a good card. The only problem is a lot of you have Cam Chancellor powered up. Now, if you need a second strong safety, not a bad pick at all. He's 6'2", so he's got the height there. 91 speed, we like that. We would like 92 stock, but 91 speed is pretty good. And then we have what we talked about with Daron Harmon is that we have the balance. He's a little bit faster, but he's got that 91 stock zone. We want 90 and 90 for man and zone, and he's got that with the zone without the power up. With the power up, he's going to get you to 89 man coverage, 88 without it, and you're 1 strategy item away that boosts man coverage to getting that to 90-90. And then we're looking at what we love here is 6'2", 90 plus speed, 90 plus man, 90 plus zone, 81 hit power. Again, respectable, but if you need a strong safety or you haven't fully powered up Cam Chancellor, this is a really, really good option. And finally, we have Greedy Williams, 6'2" cornerback, man-to-man archetype. He's got 92 speed. 92 is kind of what we've been looking for when it comes to corners. So you power him up, obviously that's 93. He's got 91 acceleration. The one thing that worries me a little bit about this card is that he has 88 agility. I like my agility on corners. It gets better pick animations. I'd like that to be in the 90s. But he's balanced as well. 91 man, 90 zone, just, you know, really solid coverage. Both sides or both types, right, with the zone and the man. He's tall, he's fast. This is, you know, another really good item, and if you guys need a cornerback, like this is a no-brainer, that's the card that you need to go ahead and pick up. So now comes decision time for me. I think I've laid out, right, all of the options for you guys. I can't tell you one singular best option out there because all of you are going to have different needs for your squad. This is our no money spent team, and there's a couple different routes I could go. I could go with Kadarius Toney because he's going to be like an upgrade to the free Tyreek Hill, the 89 overall that we have on the squad right now. I could also go with Greedy Williams because he would be able to replace Mike Haynes for me. I can sell my Mike Haynes, get some coins back, and use those coins other ways. I could get Rob Havenstein, right? Upgrade our offensive line. That's a really big weakness on the no money spent squad. Matt Prater, we would be set for kicker for a very long time. I honestly don't really know where to go. Hopefully you guys have a better idea of who you want to pick for yours, but I'm still going to think on this. That's how many good options are out there. My job here was to lay them all out for you, and it's your job to pick the best one that fits your specific needs. Down below in the comment section, guys, let me know who you went with and why. Hopefully this video helped you make that decision. Again, if you enjoyed it, click that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it so much. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.